Hello and welcome to Cinematography. I'm Don Perignon, saving you from getting ripped off. Okay, I get it. I know how hard it is to write a good script. Hell, even writing little skits for this show is difficult. I have to come up with funny jokes, interesting dialogues, somewhat accurate facts, all while keeping a time limit in mind. So I totally get it. And anyone who's ever written a script or a book knows that the hardest thing to write is horror.
Why? Because like humor, fear is a very unique thing. Every person's sense of fear is completely different. The only thing that makes writing horror harder than writing comedy, the second hardest thing to write, is that there are general things everyone finds funny. You know, like a baby falling off their tricycle, or somebody doing something unbelievably stupid. But in horror, there's no general fear other than death, and that's already the overall concept of horror. So, when writing a horror story, you have to go with what you think the masses are afraid of at the time, and pretty much hope for the best.
With comedy, you can have a completely flat joke, and the timing is enough to carry it through. You have no such luxury in horror.
If something isn't scary, it just isn't scary.
Which is why I get insulted when someone writes a half-assed story, throws a bunch of killing in it, and think they can call it a horror film. Why am I going through this explanation? Because of the movie we're going to watch today, Butchered.
Butchered is about a bunch of teens who go camping in the woods and are attacked by a homicidal maniac. Boy, I never heard that concept before. Yes sirree, Bob, it's totally original.
I have a comment about the name, but I'm going to wait until the end of the review to use it.
So you don't have disrespect. How far can you take that bullshit? Now it's time to get this shit on. Oh, that's wrong. Oh, that's wrong. Oh, that's wrong. Oh, that's wrong. Oh, bats. All bets are off. Bang!
Our movie begins with an escaped prisoner being chased by two officers and a beagle? You know, you would think the recovery efforts of an escaped convict would consist of more than just two cops and a fucking beagle. No, don't send the dog after him. It's not gonna end well.
Well, of course the dog is dead. The last thing I expect is for Snoopy to take down Michael Myers. Now, if they were chasing after an Albatross D3, I could understand it.
After disposing of the two cops, the movie then cuts to some town, I don't know where it is, but apparently it has a giant Brooklyn building in it, where a woman is just randomly walking down the street. She purposely throws her keys on the ground so this guy can sneak up on her just to give the audience a cheap jump scare. Apparently he knows her and he asks her if she's going to show up at some game later that night, but she declines, saying her and her boyfriend has to have the talk. We then get to watch her drive home in her car as she listens to a report about the escaped convict. What does this have to do with anything that goes on in this story?
Nothing! Absolutely nothing!
The woman arrives home to find that her front door is open, which, like everything else that goes on with this woman, has no real meaning because we know that the killer's outside. We know he's outside because we get to see things from his point of view. Clearly the director is trying to build tension, but he completely failed. You're not building any tension by doing this. All you're doing is letting the audience know not to expect any surprises inside because the killer is outside. And the director probably thought he was a genius for this.
No, several geniuses. A gaggle, a swarm, a flock of freaking Freud.
When she gets in the house, she finds that her boyfriend has moved out. By the way, if you're going to film in someone else's house, you might want to take the pictures off the fridge since your lead actress is in none of them. While on the phone with her friend, she hears a noise, so she decides to search a house that we already know is fucking empty. I mean, for fuck's sakes. Even an 8-year-old knows the best way to scare someone is not to let them know where you are.
Fuck off.
Finding nothing in the house, big surprise there, she goes back to talking to her friend on the phone.
Hello? Oh, it was the fucking cat.
Line.
Well, he left his
Line.
shit along with a note.
While she's on the phone, the killer just walks into her house. Or maybe next time you'll lock your fucking door. Well, now that we wasted 10 minutes, maybe the intro sequence can give us some exposition.
Chills down the spines of East Coast.
Why is there a TV on the floor? Where are we? I assume this is the same woman he grabbed earlier, but this can't be a house because it looks nothing like a house. I would say it was an abandoned building, but it's too clean. I'm just lost. I have no idea where we are.
It's a place which we call the Acme Acre Zone.
We then cut to an audition for Jackass 4.
It may look pretty standard, but any minute now, someone's gonna hit him in the stomach with a bowling ball.
Actually, it's a graduation party, and it's here we get to meet our main characters. Gee, it's only been about 15 minutes. Why not wait a little longer before introducing us to our protagonists?
Woosa.
There's Trevor, who doesn't know if he should be the stereotypical J.J. Walker token.
Are so ruining your chances this weekend.
Baby, I'm not gonna run after you. I'm counting 1, 2, God dang!
Or the somewhat insightful, somewhat wise Kwame from Captain Planet token.
I mean, we all out here gonna change. That's what we gotta do. That's what life is about.
We have Dylan, the typical, I don't have any real problems in my life, so anything good that happens to me becomes a contrived problem, even though in real life people would throw themselves on hot coals to have what I have.
I don't get it. You have a full scholarship. How could they not be proud of you?
Well, look at your parents.
Community college and Stanford are night and day, Dylan.
Jenna, who is Dylan's stereotypical, my parents think I'm a failure, but you're the only one who believes in me, and that's what keeps my head up, girlfriend.
Any excuse to get away from my parents for the weekend? If they bitch at me one more time about going to community college, I'm gonna flip out.
What's wrong with the say?
Apparently, I'll be an embarrassment to the long line of master degree bobbleheads in my family.
Oh.
Hope, Trevor's girlfriend, who's
And then what's this for?
black. And then there's Sam.
She's willing to
What can I say about Sam?
say
Nothing good, that's for sure. Sam is what you would get if you was to take John Cena, Vanilla Ice, and B-Rat, mash them all together to create the world's ultimate super wigger.
excuse to get away.
Anyway, the group plans on going on a camping trip on some island, and since the other two have girlfriends, this means Sam has to get himself a date. Or two.
I mean, think about it, ladies. You know, after this weekend, there's nothing but lectures and labs and blah, 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 blah. I don't know about you two, but I wouldn't want to miss out on the best weekend of my life.
Because he's cool as ice. Okay, I won't do that ever again.
And what is that guy doing in the background? I don't think those dance steps actually fit to the music that's playing.
Someone better start square dancing or line dancing soon, otherwise it's gonna be a riot. See?
There's a stupid subplot where Dylan's father doesn't want him to go to Stanford, causing animosity between the family, which has absolutely no payoff. So, yeah. Thanks for wasting our time again, movie.
What a story, Mark.
Round the moonshot to show us that it's night. Why is this guy out here? Something isn't right. Could it be more obvious that he'll end up in the dirt? They might as well dress him in a red shirt.
What the hell?
It's an axe. A tool used for over a millennia for mostly cutting down wood. It's not that hard to recognize.
So after he kills the character that no one knew existed, we cut to the next day where Dylan's brother is dropping the kids off at the island. We get some more exposition dump about that subplot that goes nowhere, thanks for that. They introduce another black guy, I don't know why, they're just gonna kill him off anyway. All before dropping the kids off on the island. The Battle Royale Island! Sam gives an origin story to the Butcher, which doesn't improve the character, so I'm just going to skip it. They also mention that there are other people on the island, but they're all on the other side, making their side completely secluded. Once he's done telling the story, who should just happen to show up on the island?
How convenient.
Then the movie suddenly changes into an 80s Budweiser commercial? I shit you not, I did not add this music.